Hello, we are going to look at factorization today. Factorization is the subheading of algebra. We are still looking at algebra as a topic. This is part of algebra. So what are we saying about factorization? Factorization is this is a process of expressing an algebraic expression as a product of factors. Okay, as a product of factors. What is a product in mathematics? A product is the answer that you get after multiplication. Factors. What are factors of a number? What are factors of a number? For instance, in the product, 2 multiplied by 3 is equals to 6. This is the product, and then these are factors. These are factors, this is a product. Okay? So this is what we are saying here. Alright? So if we have, we can also have this case here. These two here, these two were multiplied and we are treating them as factors here. So we have two factors of this product. We have two factors of this product that were multiplied to give us this one. It means A was multiplied by what is enclosed in the brackets. So these are also treated as what? Factors. These are also treated as factors. So that is why we are saying factorization is the process of expressing an algebraic expression as a product of factors. I'm sure I've defined what a product and factors are. So those are the basic things that we need to do. So we have, as in grade 10, according to the syllabus that we are considering, we've got 4 methods of factorization that are supposed to be taught. So I'm going to list those 4 methods of factorization here. Methods of factorization. Methods of factorization. Okay? Methods of factorization. We have common factors method. That is one of the methods that we have. We also have factors. We also have factors by grouping terms. Okay? We also have factors by grouping terms. Thirdly, we have factors of quadratic expressions. Factors of quadratic expressions. Lastly, the method of factorization that we have is called difference of two squares. Difference of two squares. Okay? So these are the methods of factorization that we are going to cover according to the syllabus. Alright? So today we're going to look at the first one. This first one is equally taught in grade either 8 or 9, meaning this one is also examined at grade 9 level. Okay, these are the ones that we introduce at senior level. So today we're going to concentrate on the first one, which is factorization by common factors. All right. So, common factors methods of factorization. Common, okay, meaning something that is common. For instance, if we say factorize completely, okay, this word is always emphasized for the reason that I'm going to explain. So we are looking at this method, which is factorization by common factors. So if we have this one, 4 minus 8, okay, just to introduce you to the concept. Just to introduce you to the concept of factorization by a common factor. So we look at this term and this one, okay, and then ask ourselves, what is common? What is the numbers or digits can go into 4 and 8 without a remainder? Okay, so you're going to identify that 2 can go into 4 and 8 without a remainder. Also, 4 can go into 4 itself and 8 without a remainder. So now, when we divide this one by 2, what do we get? We get 2 minus, when we divide this one by 2, what do we get? We get 4. Okay? Now we come to the second one. This is also a common factor. Please understand that it's common. It's a common factor. It can go into 4 and as well as into 8. That is what we mean by common factor. So it has to be removed outside the brackets. Okay. Then when we divide this one, 4 divided by 4, we get 1 minus 8 divided by 4, we get 2. Okay. So this is factorization as well as this one. Now we come to this part, the emphasis of this word. So we are saying the factorization always has to be complete. Because if you look at the first one, we still have a common factor here. 2 can go into this one and this one. Okay? So that is why we always emphasize factorize completely to avoid these cases. So what we always emphasize is that you go for the highest common factor. You go for the highest common factor to avoid this case, because this is also factorization. Now we want something that has been simplified. So this is the factorization by common factor, where we go for the highest common factor, the highest number that can go into 4 and 8. It's going to be 4 itself. Then when you divide this 4 by this one, you get 1 minus 2. So this is what is going to be our answer. Okay? That is by this method. Then when we come to the second one, I can this one was just for the sake of maybe simplifying what we're trying to talk about. But basically we should have variables here. Okay? So now when we come to, let's say we've got 9x plus 12. 9x plus 12. So we look at what is common here. What is our common factor? What is our common factor here? So we look at these coefficients, or the numbers if you like, 9 and 12. What is the highest number that can go into 9 and 12? The highest number that can go into 9 and 12 is 3. That is the highest common factor. So that 3 has to be removed out. Then we introduce the brackets. Okay? As you can see, for the letters, we do not have an x this side. So x is not common. Alright? So we are going to divide this 9 by 3. We remain with 3 also here, or we get 3. Then we maintain our x plus 12 divided by 3, we get 4. This is what we mean by factorization. These are the two factors. You remember we said we express an algebraic expression as a product of factors. This has been expressed as a product of these two factors. Okay? That is what we are supposed to. That is what we are supposed to know. So I can give you C. Where do I put it? I can put my C here. Well, we can say we're going to have 15xy squared minus 25x squared and y. Okay? Let's pay attention here. Let's pay attention. We are looking at what is common. We are looking at what is common. So we look at our coefficients. We look at our coefficient, which is 15 and 25. What is the highest number that can go into 15 and 25? We discover that that number is what? 5. Then we come to the letters. We have x here, which is 1x. We have also x here, which is double x and x squared. Alright? So when we are factorizing, we factorize the x, or the variable, with the lower index. We cannot, what I mean is that here, this x has also an index here, which is 1. So when we are factorizing, the only thing that is common here is 1x. Here we have 1x, and even there we have 1x, even if we're going to have another one there, not 2. So what I mean is that x is common. X is common. So we're going to factorize 1x. The same thing is going to happen on y. We have y here squared, meaning we've got double y's. We have 1y there. So y is also common. So we're going to factorize also y. Then we open brackets. This is the common factor of these two terms. This is the common factor of these two terms. Now we have factorized it. So what is it that is going to remain here now? What do we do? You divide 15 divided by 5. We remain with 3 here. We remain with 3 there. Then we come to this x. X divided by x. X divided by x. X divided by x is the same as, what answer do you get when you say 2 divided by 2? It will be 1. Even here we are still going to get 1. So in other words, that is why sometimes when people are teaching, they say, we cancel. It's not cancellation per se. It's like these things, when you divide, they'll give you 1. And you know, 1 always does not change anything. Okay? So that is why this one, it is going to die out in the sense that we go to 1. So it's like we are supposed to have a 1 here, which is, even when it will still be the same thing. Then for the y, we factorized 1y is outside. So 1y has to remain there. In that case, minus, we go to 25. The common factor is 5. 25 divided by 5, what do we get? We get 5. Now for x, we have 1x outside already. So it means in the brackets, we still have another x. For y, this y is outside. These two are the are the factors. So we have expressed this one as a product of its factors. So I gave you examples, but especially this one. This one is examined, these examples are examined at grade 9. But for grade 12, you are going to see the point at which we apply this method. Mostly it does not come as a standalone question, but it's combined with the other concepts that you are going to see. So we really need these ones. We really need to pick the concept here, okay? It's very important. So let's look at the last two examples. Let's look at the last two examples under the same before I give something to do. I mean, we did A, B, C, so we come to D. So D, we are going to say we have 63. Okay, you can change the letters. It is not always okay. So let's look at this one. It's the same thing. The concept is the same. The concept is the same. We look at the coefficient. We look at the coefficient. 63 and the 36. What is the highest number that can go into 63 and the? Think about it. Okay? These are things that you're supposed to have right in your head. So the common factor of these two numbers is 9. 9 can go into this one. 9 can also go into that one. We come to A. Do we have A? We have here. We have also A there. Yes, so A is common. So it's the question of which one is common. It's not this A with the higher or the bigger index or power, but this one. In other words, I'm saying 1A is common here. A is common. We come to B. So I want you to pay particular attention to B. B is squared here, and on this point it is cubed. So you will discover that if you factorize just 1B, you are still going to remain with B here. Even this side you're going to have B. So meaning here we've got 2 B's and there we have got 3 B's. So we're going to factorize 2B, or B squared, I mean, not 2B, B squared. Because if you just remove 1B, if you factorize 1B, it means here there are 2 B's, so 1B will still be there. Even here there are 3, so you still have 2 there. Okay? So meaning we need to factorize B squared because that is what is common there. So this is our common factor. So it's the question of now, after we factorize this one, what remains here? 9 into 7. A is common, it's already outside. B squared is outside. Okay, you just look at this one is outside, this one is outside. Because the idea is that when we distribute this thing back, we should go back to the original. So plus there we have got 4. A is squared. Outside we only have 1A. So meaning we're going to remain with the A here. Okay? We're going to remain with A here. Then B, it means we've got 3B squared here. I mean B cubed. We've got B multiplied by B. It's like this is what we have. Okay, we have 3 B's. So 2 of them are outside. So here we have remained with 1B. Now what I was trying to say is that when you begin to multiply these ones, they should take us back to that one. 9 multiplied by this one, we get that. A multiplied by, it will still be A there. This, then A multiplied by A. When you multiply A by A, it's multiplication here. You get A squared. This gives you A squared. B multiplied by B squared. This gives us B to the power 3. So it will take us back to the original question. That is the idea. Then lastly, for the example, we can look at the concept is just the same. Maybe we say 3 m squared over 5 plus, or let's say minus, okay, minus 4mn over 15, right? So what should I say here? What was here? Okay, 4. It's fine. 4. So, how do we simplify this one, or how do we factorize this one? So, these are fractions here. We have a fraction. So now we need to treat as, we look at the denominators. The denominators. I mean the numerators. This one. We look at this one and this one. These are numerators. So what is common on the numerators? What is common on the numerators? You're going to discover that what is common here and there, it's just m. M is what is common on the numerators. Then when you come to 5 and 15, the highest common factor of 5 and 15, it is what? 5. The highest common factor of 5 and 15 is 5. That is the, then we open our brackets. So here when we removed on the denominator, 1m is outside. So what are we remaining with? We are remaining with what? The 3 is unchanged there and 1m will be there. Okay? 1m will be there. Minus 4n. Then take note. This has to be divided by the common factor, which is what? 5. When you divide this 15 by 5, what do you get? You get 3. You get 3. Okay? So this is what is required of us when we are factorizing using common factor method. Okay? This is what is expected of us to do. I hope you have gotten the concept and you'll be able to try the questions that I'm going to give. So exercise, let me give you 3 questions for you to try. So let us attempt the following. Factorize completely. Number 1 going to be 12x plus 16xy minus 4x squared. Okay. B is going to be 6a squared b minus 8 okay. Well, it's supposed to be 2. Then the last one is going to be 81 plus 27x. There you are. All right. Thank you for watching. I hope you have gotten the concept. All right. See you the next time. We are going to look at factorization by grouping terms. Thank you very much.